Hey, if you're totally fired up, don't watch this show. For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best selling, marketing, and business building strategies to keep your business thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Thank you so much for watching. Just a quick heads up. If you're feeling super inspired, ready to have massive action, to do everything it takes to have 2018 be your best year ever, you can just turn this video off. But if you know someone that is maybe feeling a little tired, maybe feeling a little uninspired, and they need to relight the flame of what's possible to have 2018 be their best year ever, you might want to send this to them as a gift with a little message, a heart emoji, and just say, I love you. So if you just got this from a friend, know that that person loves you and respects you immensely. So check it out. There's been times that, in the fourth quarter of the year where I found myself feeling a little tired. Been out on the road traveling, running multiple companies, giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and doing what we do, like filling the buckets of others, right? Helping buyers, helping sellers. That's what we do. We give and we give and we give and we give. And in that moment, I might ask myself, am I feeling tired? Am I feeling uninspired? Or if I simply lost that flame of inspiration? Have I simply lost the motivation, the reason why, what it is I'm working towards? And have I gotten into an old rut, which I'm going to discuss in number 2? So if you felt any of that ever, call it feeling burned out, feeling uninspired, whatever it may be, whatever label you put on it, then this video is exactly for you. I'd like you to consider there's 4 things that I do every year. People ask me, how do you have so much energy? How are you always so fired up all the time? Are you always this positive? People on my team, right? Jillian just got there. Is he really always this way? And she's like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. He really is. Well, the reason why, my friends, is because these 4 things are always intact for me. And I'd love to share these 4 strategies that I've used for decades to just keep me aligned and focused and positive and moving forward and always having enough energy to do the work and come home and be a good husband, be a good daddy. So let's jump in. You ready? Number 1, I wrote down, very simple. What are your 3 most important goals? What would make 2018 absolutely your best year ever? Now, if you frame it like, what are the 3 most important things I would go for to have 2018 be my best year ever? What would that be? Now remember, when we list out a goal, it's got to be specific, it's got to be measurable, there's got to be, a date stamp, how much, of what, by when. So you can't just say, I want to feel good, because how are we going to measure that? Though I'm a fan of feeling good. What are the 3 most important goals? If you're advanced or you're ascending into your career and things are really starting to turn on for you, maybe you have up to 10 different goals, 10 things you want to accomplish. Some of those are going to be personal, some of those are going to be business, some might be family, some might be health and vitality, some might be financial. I'm a fan of having certainty for what it is that I want. What I know is the most successful people on the planet. They know what they want and they know why they want it. So if you want to get more fired up, if you want to go into next year having your best year ever, what are the 3 most important goals? And then once they're established, what do? You share them with the people that you love. You share them with your team. You share them with your friends. You share them with your spouse. You share them with your puppy. And then you know what I do? I ask everybody, what are your 3 most important goals? What are your 3 most important goals? And I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of person that I log them in Evernote. And then when I see them periodically throughout the year, I might just send a reminder to say, hey, Richard, how are you doing with? Hey, Mark, how you doing with? Hey, Jillian, how you doing with? And you know what? That keeps me fired up and keeps me on my goals as well. So that's number 1. Get them up, get them visual, clear and specific. What are the 3 most important things you want to accomplish next year that would make it your best year ever? Number 2. I have to go way back to one of my early coaches, someone that had a massive impact on me as I was growing my business and growing my life. She would share it with me all the time. Tom, the old model of the world is we put our head down and we think, I've got to do the work. And if I just keep doing and doing and doing and doing, then one day I can have the rewards. And if I eventually have the rewards, then I can be happy and I could be satisfied and I could be, joyful. And here's the challenge with that. Do, have, be is a model that we've watched generations focus on. Just keep doing the work and then one day you'll have that white picket fence, and when you got that white picket fence, then you can finally retire in style and be happy. Well, what if I told you that there's a whole bunch of us that flipped it? And what we believe is we've got to identify who would I already be if I was there? And if I was already being that way, if I was already being joyful, energetic, fired up, passionate, on purpose, following my schedule, organized, efficient, if I was already being that, then guess what? The doing becomes more automatic. The doing becomes more logical. It becomes more natural, more aligned. Who would I already be if I achieved all three of my top three goals? How would I feel about myself? What would I be saying to myself? What are the qualities and the attributes and the characteristics of someone that sets three big, sexy, fun goals and hits them, regardless of what happens in the market and with the circumstances of the world, right? Who would I already be if I was there? And guess what? When you follow the methodology of be that person first and foremost, spend time every day activating those emotions, activating those qualities, activating or affirming those characteristics. Am I being that? Then the doing becomes more natural and the have is automatic. The have becomes automatic. The achievement of the goals becomes automatic. So number one is you got to know exactly what you want. Be clear and specific. Colors, shapes, sizes, dollar amounts, experiences. You want to be very clear on what you want. And number two, you want to operate in the new model of the world, which isn't do and then have and then someday I'll be. And instead, I want to be today. I want to be energized, be fired up, be efficient, be a great listener, be a great communicator. And then I'm going to do the work because it's natural. And then have the rewards because that's what happens. It's cause and effect. So that's the number two thing, which brings me nicely to number three. You know, one of the exercises that we've been doing around here for a decade plus. I think of so many of my coaches that are watching this that have been with me for, a decade and a half. They know this exercise because today they're living proof of how powerful and how useful this is. Simply put, here's what I want you to do. Grab your journal or a notepad, and I actually want you to write it. I know some of us, we like to type, maybe even on your phones with your thumbs, but in this case, the art of writing it out is a beautiful thing. Even if your handwriting is bad, don't worry about it. You want to write yourself a letter, and it should be to you, dated December 31st, 2018. That's right, a little over a year from now. December 31st, 2018. And maybe the letter starts like this. Hey Tom, I just want to say congratulations. It wasn't an easy year, but your perseverance paid off. And your choice to be energized and fired up and to follow through and to be disciplined to do whatever it takes to achieve your goals is exactly why you're sitting here with Kathy and the boys, toasting in Whistler, drinking champagne, and reflecting on all of your successes. Here's what happened. And you literally describe in a letter, right, dated December 31st, 2018, how you achieved all of your goals, what you learned along the way, and even some of the dragons you had to slay. Because you and I both know achieving goals, if it was super easy, everybody would do it. No, you're gonna have some battles. You're gonna have some hardships. You're gonna be tested. But you know what? That's what makes us great. So I challenge you, number three, to write yourself a letter as if all of your goals have already been achieved, and literally date it December 31st, 2018, carry it around with you, give it to your loved ones, take it, fold it up, put it in some binder that you get reminded of on December 30th next year, and then you get it and you read the letter and you're like, yes, I did it. It's a powerful lesson in visualizing what it is that you want. No different from, I think, of Apollo Ono, one of the famous speed skaters, and then Dancing with the Stars and so many other things. If you remember Apollo or Michael Phelps, all these extraordinary athletes, they all talk about the same thing. I would visualize winning the race. I would see myself and experience myself winning the race over and over and over. So when I got in the water, it was automatic. I'd already done the race hundreds, if not thousands of times. My friend, if you truly want to have an extraordinary year, if you want to have 2018 be the breakthrough year where you achieve exponential growth in your life, you want to use the same strategies that the very best people use. Clarity. What do you want? Number two, who would I already be if I was there? And I want to be energizing and affirming that every single day. Number three, write yourself that letter, right? To really get clear on the who and the how and the what and the when and the details and even the dragons that we all have to slay to achieve our goals. Remember, it's your letter. Write yourself in as the hero. You with me on this? And then a simple, fun one, the last one, number 4. I love doing this every year. It's where you basically say, today I'm declaring it's declutter, get rid of the old, all the clothes I don't wear anymore, all the things I don't use in my house anymore, whether you're gonna sell them on eBay or donate them to somebody else, but it's time to get rid of everything you don't use and don't need anymore. Does that make sense? And guess what? That means in your office environment, you're getting rid of the old files, you're getting rid of the old goal boards, you're writing up new goal boards, and the same thing inside your home. And you and I both know, right? There's been so many books written on this subject that how much better we feel because we got rid of 3 or 4 pots and pans and 6 outfits you simply don't wear anymore, and you just open up that space in your life and your business for something new. As we sit here, closing out 2017 and thinking about what's possible in 2018, let's not bring any baggage into the new year. So, a lot for you to think about. And again, I want to say, if this was sent to you by a friend, you might want to send him a text and say, thank you, I love you, because this guy was talking directly to me. And if I was, I'd love to see some comments below also. So, I'll be watching the comments on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Remember always, your strategy matters, and now more than ever, you are in charge of your best year ever. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you want more of this, make sure you subscribe to our channel.